Hey there! So today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Evan. Thank you so much. He, I guess, does some marketing for Jolly Pumpkin, one of the gem breweries in this country, in my opinion. Um, like one of the reasons why sour beer exists in this country, and the fact that they're still around is absolutely fantastic, and it's really cool. Some all over the place in Michigan, which is great. Hopefully that means people are buying their beer, and then they're distributing the 4-pack cans everywhere, which is absolutely fantastic, including my market. But Evan sent me a bunch of beers that I have not reviewed, which I guess I haven't seen available. So this is Cu- Cucurbitophobia. Cucurbitophobia. Cucurbitophobia, which is the fear of pumpkins. So it's wild ale brewed with spices and blood orange juice, 5.8%. This beer actually smells a little bit familiar. Have I had this beer before? My memory is usually so good. Oh, in collaboration with Monkish. So I actually never had this before. I don't believe I've had it. In collaboration with Monkish. Well, by the way, really funny. There's a point. I remember I was at a bottle share, and one of the people went to a brewery. And they're like, yo, this is brewery. They only do Belgian beers, and they refuse to do anything else. You know what the name of that brewery was? Monkish. And then obviously they jumped on the hype train, the hype haze train. And then they're obviously mostly known, or almost completely known, for the hazy beers, but they also do mixed fermentation beer, Belgian beer, blah blah. But it's really funny. I just remember there was that one moment where they were that Monkish, they're that Belgian brewery, but they're not doing that anymore. But they're partially still doing that. So in collaboration with John Pumpkin, who else to collab on mixed fermentation beer with? Otherwise, so this is a fruited, wild fruited saison, spices, blood orange juice. So it doesn't really look that blood orangey. Quite nice. Assuming it's not a pulpy, punch you in the face. All this blood orange juice is thrown into the beer. The beer from meat. I honestly wouldn't be able to tell there's any blood orange in here, because usually something like blood orange you think would have such a distinct kind of stay in your shirt, kind of almost like a wine, something so intense and concentrated that it would certainly color the beer. This looks just like saison, right? The beer comes in a light gold color, has a medium to medium plus haze to it. Wonderful tight head, tiny bubbles on there. Yeah, so it's got all that funky stuff going on. Despite the name, it almost has this raw vegetal fruity cucumber thing going on, which is quite interesting. I assume it's a combination of the Brett funk and the fruitiness of the Brett as well. So yeah, definitely a little bit of forward acidity. You get a little bit of this kind of light minerality, a lemony quality, this kind of light spritzy minerality thing that I get from Hill Farmstead beers, right? You get a little bit of Brett, a little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of yeah, a little bit what I call minerality. Excuse me, minerality, and then also really nice kind of lean kind of malt bill on here. I assume there's possibly some amount of use of wheat, oat, spelt, rye, something like that to make it saison-y. But it's really just kind of light, crackery, grainy malt character. A little bit of doughy sweetness, yeah. A little bit of that kind of eggshell kind of thing. I get some from Brett sometimes. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So, despite the addition of blood orange and spices, it really just tastes more like a standard, straight up Jolly Pumpkin, Brett forward, mixed fermentation, saison thing, right? Bright smacking acidity up front. I get notes of again lemon juice, a little bit of Greek yogurt, a little bit of kiwi, plum acidity, pluot green plum acidity. Mm-hmm. There's a really nice kind of light, kind of almost green watermelon candy kind of thing going on. This beer is bone dry, not sweet, but it's an impression of fruity sweetness that's really nice. A little bit of that light kind of doughy malt, a little bit fluffy, a little bit of chew on there. You almost get a nice kind of puffed Rice Krispies rice kind of thing in the grain profile. A little bit of watermelon rind on there as well, and then dries out really nicely. Get a hint of this kind of metallic-y kind of thing. It's not necessarily an all flavor. It's just a Brett, right? There's a little bit of that funky, kind of dirty, metallic-y kind of thing sitting on the back end. Brett. It's something that's a little bit required of flavor, but it's really nice. So again, I would never guess that this had any spices or fruit in it. It just has the complexity of the fruits. I really like my descriptors today, by the way. I compliments myself. I thought it was like pretty good. I liked where we were going with describing this beer. Um, Carb on it, quite nice. You got a medium to medium plus carbonation, a little bit spritzy, really nice and dry. Um, a lean beer, nice complexity of the fruit, the funk, the Brett, and then a little bit of that funky kind of after flavor, aftertaste. Fantastic. Again, the price point on these beers are absolutely fantastic. To me, on the market, on the shelf, I there are very few beers that I think are of this unique quality, and of good quality, and at price. Like the combination of those three things is just like so rare with something like Giant Pumpkin. This is a world class beer. I love this kind of stuff. I really need to look out for more Giant Pumpkin because I just absolutely love this stuff. It comes to my market. Blood orange. Again, I get the lemony thing. I don't really get the. There's a little bit of sweetness in there, but I'm not quite sure. I get the lemony, but I don't really get the like. Blood orange is very distinct, like fat, and almost call it like a. It honestly tastes a little red, right? Like oranges and citrus fruit and lemons. They have this yellow. I mean, it's strange, but we see these fruits, but they like taste a certain flavor and color tone to us. But there's a more of a like again ruby red grapefruit, blood orange. There's a more it's moving the color, the flavor moves towards more towards like strawberry and berries and other things. And I don't really get that here. So whatever, like additions or whatever additions, the beer is absolutely fantastic. Uh, let's go with this solid. I miss these beers, but they're so good. 96 plus, 96 plus. Yeah, back to the plus minus system. Um, Cucurbitophobia. Absolutely fantastic. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.